Hi everyone, I am joined today by Ioanna Papadopoulou.
Perfect pronunciation.
Thank you. Of Athens International Airport. She is the Director of Communications and Marketing. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity.
Oh, you're welcome. So the first question I have is, would you mind just telling our audience a bit about yourself and the role that you have?
Sure, of course. My professional background is aviation. So I have been working for aviation practically all my life, all my professional life. I started with Civil Aviation Authority, bilateral air services agreements, negotiations. Then I moved to the Ministry of Transport as an advisor for civil aviation issues. At some point, I had a managerial position in Olympic Airways Services, which was the ground handling and MRO of the old Olympic, let's say. And then, of course, I joined the airport in October 2009.
Okay.
So since October 2009, we had the Greek macroeconomic crisis. We had the EU, non-EU debate and all the issues there back in 2015. And, of course, the pandemic, which was the absolute disruptor for travel and aviation.
How was the post-pandemic recovery for the airport?
Well, I think that overall we are satisfied with the overall recovery. I will talk a little bit about 2023, but before that, even in the summer of 2020 or 2021 and then 22, it was very important that the government had really decided well up front that they were going to open the market, and they had announced this opening up of the market very well ahead. So this was very important for the airlines and the passengers, and all the measures, the health and safety measures on the protocols and everything, they were put in place immediately. So this was very important for us and for the opening up of the market, and we did rather well. Now in 2023, the situation seems that it is really very good on the positive side. For the first 4 months of the year, we now experience an increase versus pre-pandemic levels. So this increase is 4% in passenger traffic versus the first 4 months of 2019.
So what was the reason behind this? What did you do?
Well, it's driven by domestic traffic, but during the first 3 months of the year, the main driver was also international traffic, and this was very important. It was a very positive sign for us. Now, April, we had two Easters there, the Catholic and the Orthodox Easter. This was the case also for April 2019, but this was a really strong April, and it was mainly domestic traffic because the Greeks, they like to travel domestically, especially for Easter vacations.
Knowing that there is going to be a predicted rise in the summer for Greek airports, what are you doing to prepare for that?
Well, we didn't have any major operational issues back, because last year we heard a lot about airports and airlines and ground handlers and problems that they had. We didn't, but we experienced, of course, the domino effect from operational issues that other airports had. So there was a burden, with a heavy workload, especially in our ground handlers and the operational people. Now I think we are rather well prepared. Of course, as you probably understand, with this workload, our operational people, they are working too much. They have an overload, but still we consider that we are rather well prepared.
Sure. Okay. That's good to hear. And just my final question to you is, are there any interesting trends you are noting in passenger behaviour right now?
There are some very interesting trends. What we have seen from 2022 onwards, and we can see it now during the first 4 months of 2023, we see younger people traveling a lot, prioritizing air travel. So people in the ages of 18 to 35, we see that they are, prioritizing air travel versus acquiring luxury goods or other objects. So we tend to say that they prefer to acquire experiences rather than goods and objects. And this is really something very good. And then what we have seen also is what we call leisure traffic. So people traveling for business purposes, but then again, combining that with leisure. And this is also something that we have seen from 2021 onwards, and it continues.
Right, okay, it's really insightful. Thank you so much for the
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.